Hey you! Yes you! Have you ever wanted to completely rob a game from someone based on pure luck? Well, have I got the character for you. Hero! Hero is one of the most unique characters in Super Smash Bros. Because of his very heavy reliance on luck. His ability to generate pure chaos on the battlefield is pretty much unmatched by any other character, mostly due to his unpredictability. If you want to learn how to absolutely wreak havoc with this character, then look no further, because I'm going to teach you how to play Hero. Before we get into how to really go crazy with Hero, you gotta learn the basics. Hero doesn't have a lot of combos, but against some characters you can do down throw to forward air, or down throw to nair, or up air. It all depends on percents, and you're honestly just gonna have to experiment to see which one works. His aerials are extremely slow, which you would think means they're pretty bad, but in neutral they're actually not too awful. If you space them correctly, they're hard to punish on shield, and they hit pretty hard on their own. Another good tool for neutral and really a lot of situations is side special. Half charged, it has quite a bit of range, and does significant damage. Fully charged though, it becomes an absolute beast. It does a ton of damage, and can kill insanely early. Oh, I should probably mention at this point, all of Hero's attacks that use magic cost mana, which can be regained over time or by hitting your opponent. Run too low on mana and you won't be able to use certain spells, which is really important because your recovery also uses mana.
Oh no!
Neutral B is also a force to be reckoned with, doing a ton of damage and knockback. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Now we're moving on to the janky parts of Hero's kit. Starting with his smash attacks. You see, when Sakurai was designing Hero, he thought to himself, hey, what if Hero's smash attacks sometimes did double the damage and knockback for literally no reason? That would be pretty funny, I think. And so, Hero has critical hits which do exactly that, double damage and knockback. Is it fair to your opponent? Not really, but it's funny, so it doesn't matter. The most fun you'll have with Hero, though, is with his down special. It pulls out a menu which has a random selection of spells that you can use, each one different, which range from pretty useless to flat out unfair. The first one I'd like to talk about is Hatchet Man, which is pretty basic, but it does a ton of damage and can break a shield in one hit.
Don't do this!
No, fuck you! I would do this!
You don't have to do this!
Fuck you! I would do this!
Next up is Snooze. This one puts your enemy to sleep,
Good night, girl.
which basically guarantees a free hit. Next is Oomph and Psych Up. Both of these will give you a temporary damage buff. The damage buff is pretty noticeable, and when you combine it with a smash attack and critical hit, the damage and knockback are so high it just feels like bullying at this point. And yes, you saw that right, that up smash did 65 damage and killed. Kamikaze just kinda makes you explode.
Allahu Akbar.
The blast is really strong though, so you might want to use it if you have a stock advantage to keep the lead.
Change the world. My final message. Goodbye.
Magic Burst consumes all of your mana, but creates a huge explosion based on how much mana you had remaining. If you have a lot of magic, it can kill you below 30% and take up most of the stage, so if your opponent is caught on the ledge when you have this spell, it's pretty much over. Bounce can be a pretty powerful one in some matchups because it temporarily makes all projectiles bounce off of you.
Don't care.
This pretty much destroys any projectile-based character, so be sure to search for this spell every time you're up against one. Kaboom is one of Hero's strongest spells. Its incredible speed, range, and power are already enough to make it a threat, but it also has a wind box which sucks you into it. So there's really no escape from this thing if you're off stage. My favorite two spells have to be Thwack and Whack. When they hit your opponent, based on their percent, it has a chance to just kind of instantly kill them. There are few things more satisfying than just deleting your opponent from the game when they're below 70%. And in case you were wondering, yes, it can kill somebody at 0. And if you're not really sure what spell you want to use in a situation, just spam down B in top deck, because half the time it actually works pretty well. And that's pretty much the basics of starting with Hero. There's a lot more that this character can do. The amount of ways Hero can just pull a victory from nowhere is just insane to me. So hopefully this video inspired you enough to at least try to play him. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, please subscribe so that you can see them. I plan on making more Smash videos as well as any other games that I kind of want to cover. So, I'd like to thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.